Hello again, Michael Freeberg here from beautiful North Carolina with another razor review today. I'm going to be reviewing the iKon Shave Craft 102 that has been kindly loaned to me or swapped to me by Dean Winters in exchange for the RazoRock Baby Smooth. I'm also going to be using a brand new brush that was kindly gifted to me by Thomas Cooney. It is the glorious Semogue Owners Club in Cherry. I've only used this once, but it's actually already starting to bloom up a bit. Before I get started, don't need to talk about the soap, so I am still working through the Coloniale, the mango oil soap. Now, unlike many of you, I start a soap and I use that soap until it is gone. The soap started off as a hard soap, and like many hard soaps, in the first 2 weeks or so, I did have to gruffy it a bit. However, I use it every day, and it has gone from a hard, dense soap, in which I was making very little impact on a daily basis, to now demonstrating or displaying what is known as the Marshburn effect, aka the ring of despair. For those of you that like to work through a soap, it is at this moment when the soap attempts to break your spirit. Don't give in. Don't let it beat you. This is the time to hold fast, stand strong, and keep loading it like you hate it. Pretty simple. So I'm going to be using the Coloniale again today, lathered with this fantastic Owners Club. Let's talk about the razor. Let's get that assembled before we actually go and get started lathering up. This should hopefully be a quick 2-pass shave. Today's blade is going to be another Super Iridium stainless steel. I'm just trying to work through a backlog of some blades. So the iKon Shave Craft 102, well, it is a slant, but it's actually sort of hard to see when you're just assembling it. The base plate, the middle post is slanted like the post itself is. It only goes on one way, so you really can't screw it up. I'm using the mission handle, which is just a little bit heavier. Now, interestingly enough, this is one of those slants that when you hold it, it looks the whole head is slanted, so you might be nervous about the fact that you're not quite sure how to hold it. I found in practice, I've shaved with this for, I don't know if this is the 5th or 6th time, that has not been a problem at all. So if you're worried about that, don't be. Build quality is really very nice. This was supposedly a blemished head, which if this is blemished, I have no idea what that blemish might be. Build quality and fit is fantastic. As you can see, there's no overhang, which actually is really kind of nice, and I wish more razors did that. So let me go ahead and get lathered up. Start talking about how the razor shaves. 2 days worth of growth. In my my last video, when I was reviewing the RazoRock Baby Smooth, got into kind of an interesting discussion about how to describe it, or sort of describe the shave qualities. See what's happening there? Ring of despair. You will never beat me. The Baby Smooth is one of those interesting razors where you're talking about mild shave versus aggressive shave, and I was trying to, to outline in that previous video that it was kind of hard to really make those terms fit. And then that led to a very interesting discussion on the Reddit subforum Wicked Edge with Leisureguy, who actually recommended that we try using 2 different scales when talking about the razors and try to get away from mild and aggressive, because in fact, we're using mild to describe two different scales, in the sense that a mild razor is being used as a description for how comfortable a shave it is, but also, or at the same time, sort of how ineffective or inefficient a shave is. And those are really 2 different scales, comfort versus efficiency. Same holds true on the aggressive side. You're really using aggressive to describe 2 different things. One, at how effective or how efficient it is at removing hair, while at the same time also trying to describe characteristic, which is how comfortable or uncomfortable a particular shave is, or how dangerous it might feel, how easily you feel you're going to cut yourself. So I thought in today's shave, talking about the Shave Craft 102, try out those 2 different scales and see if that works a little bit better than just worrying about mild or aggressive. And I also want to point out, this is not a scientific scale. There's no national or international standard for those. So these are all still, to a certain extent, personal opinion. because a lot of times it's how it feels to you. All right, boar brush still breaking in. I'll show you how well it's blooming though when I'm done drying it if we get a chance. Semogues tend to bloom easily and quickly. Now for those of you that are getting a new boar brush, just remind yourself they do not work as well when you first start using them. You just have to break them in. That's all there is to it. Okay. So you can see it is slanted. I'm holding the handle straight. You can see the head is tilted. The blade itself just follows along. The blade is not curved in the head at all. The blade itself is still just straight. It just follows with the slant of the head itself. So yeah, pardon me. Okay, so what I found is this is a very, very easy to use razor. It is comfortable. You don't feel any tugging. It doesn't feel dangerous on the face. You don't feel like you're gonna cut yourself at a moment's notice. I'm definitely taking off the hair, as you can see. You don't have to do or use it in any kind of funny way or worry about the angle of the head when you're shaving. You don't end up into a weird thing where for some slants you're not quite sure. How do you... On the comfort scale, this is way up there. This is heavy, well made, clearly gonna last forever. Shaves easily and smoothly. Tight spots under the nose, not a problem. As you can see, it might look like a high profile, but in fact, very easy to get under there. Yeah, comfort-wise, really like this razor. Easy to use, smooth, and just looks fantastic. Love the finish color on it. Really like the fact that there is no blade overhang. All right, let's get lathered up. This is gonna be pass number 2. Drip just a bit of water onto the brush again. Yeah, I just wanted to thank Thomas Cooney again for the gift of this brush. I'm going to need to load a little bit more. Let's get a bit more water in there. This is where that ring of despair begins to really get at you, because in fact you're trying to load, you need to load from the sides of the dish and not to worry though. I have a great deal of experience with the ring of despair. All I know is that I will beat it. It will not beat me. All right, there we go. Yeah, all right. Second pass across the grain. Now this is where I found, okay, this razor is shaving smoothly and easily, high in the comfort, but for me, it is a hair's breadth below the Stealth Slant, or maybe even the Baby Smooth in terms of efficiency. There are a few spots where I felt like there was a little more hair left after that second pass, but we are talking hair's breadths here. All right, now just a good gun across here, so I'm going to turn just to follow the hair growth. And again, no tugging, no irritation. This feels really safe on the face. Unlike something like the Jaws, which is a very efficient razor, really takes the hair off quick. Or some of the others, I guess like the Toro Mastiff or others, very efficient, not very comfortable for me because I just feel like there's a little bit too much raw blade on the face, too much blade chatter or movement. You just have a sense that you may cut yourself more easily. I do get nicked easily with the Jaws. Something like this just feels like it'd be very, very hard to do. You know, under the nose there, easy. Now, as these spots particularly, yeah, see, I would definitely normally want to do a third pass there, with just a little bit more hair left. Still, for a 2-pass shave, that's very, very good. All right, let me just rinse off and apply a bit of aftershave. Today's going to be the Mirsol, the F again. Only have the 2 in rotation right now, which is the Agua Balsamica and the F. Yeah, so in conclusion, let's just recap briefly before I apply the aftershave. iKon Shave Craft 102. Very easy to use, very high in the comfort scale, looks fantastic, no blade overhang, easy, comfortable shave, does a very, very good job. Maybe a hair's breadth below something like the Stealth Slant in terms of overall efficiency, but I think if you're looking to invest in a razor like this, whether it's just the head or the whole package, you're going to be very, very happy with that razor, and that's going to last you a lifetime. I just want to say thank you to Dean Winters for being happy to swap out, and obviously we'll trade those back. All right, a little bit of this fantastic aftershave. And I realize that there's not that many ingredients in these aftershaves, and they may seem very simple, but unfortunately, they still work fantastically. You know, sadly, news of passing of the founder of this company. So this is a bit of a in memoriam aftershave splash. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Really like it. A nice, deep, sweet scent. Nice bit of light cooling. No real burn. Just goes to show easy, comfortable shave with the Shave Craft 102. Thank you again, Dean Winters. The Semogue Owners Club in Cherry. Thank you once again to Thomas Cooney. As you got to see the Marshburn effect in full effect here, Ring of Despair. But I stand before you unbroken, not to worry. Well, that's really it for today. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to leave a comment. And otherwise, until next time, bye-bye.